Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Noodle Journey, where today I'll be tasting Mama's Palo duck flavored ramen. Yes, I thought it was high time to visit the Mama brand because it's extremely popular with noodle eaters online. I have personally never had these, but I get the appeal. Mama has some very interesting flavors compared to your normal top ramen or Maruchan choices, and they're super cheap. This pack was 59 cents at my local Asian grocery store. It's a small pack of noodles, but I can't complain about paying 59 cents for something like this. Mama is a Thai company that has a whole lot of other flavors at that price point, so you can bet I'll be buying more to try after this. You can find Mama products everywhere, even at Walmart. But the flavors vary by store, so unless you have an Asian market nearby, you can order variety packs or bulk packs online to get the kind you want. So as best as I can find from the internet, Kai Pao Lo is a Thai stew made from braised pork and eggs that contains Chinese five-spice. I can't find a whole lot of information on it as it relates to a duck variant, so I have to assume that this pack of noodles is a take on that stew with an artificial duck flavor rather than a pork flavor. Chinese five-spice is also a typical ingredient in Chinese roast duck, so this looks to be kind of a fusion. 2 or 3 of the ingredients in Chinese five-spice have been known to make my super tasting go haywire, so I'm hoping it's not overpowering if there is indeed five-spice in here. Not familiar with five-spice? It's a blend of star anise, fennel seed, peppercorns of one kind or another, cloves, and cinnamon. There's some variations on that, but that's the usual blend. It's a neat mix of spices that, when done right, gives you a crazy combination of sweet, pungent, and tangy in your food. Have you ever had the seared ahi appetizer at P.F. Chang's? That spice in the crust with the sesame seeds is five-spice. So let's see what we've got here. 1,350 milligrams of sodium in this. That's normally not bad, but I would call this a snack-sized package, so the ratio of sodium to the size of the serving is kind of high. But hey, salt tastes good, right? The ingredients are pretty basic, and don't say anything about what spices to expect, but it is vegan despite the duck flavor. In fact, Mama confirmed a couple years ago in a Reddit thread that all of their flavors are vegan except for their shrimp tom yum. So that's handy for all of the vegans who might like to try this. Inside the package is a modest block of thin noodles. These feel really delicate, and there's actually a lot of broken pieces in the packaging, so just be careful when handling these. And there's a couple of packets. There's a double-sided powder packet. One side is labeled chili powder, and then what appears to be a seasoning oil or liquid. It actually almost feels like an artificial fat in here. I guess we'll see when we cook. Speaking of which, cooking this is pretty simple. We're going to add these noodles and condiments to a bowl. We're going to pour in 1.5 cups of boiling water, cover, and let it sit for 3 minutes, then stir and serve. So let's do all that right now. You don't need much to cover this. A plate will do just fine. And now we sit and wait. And there we go. Longest 3 minutes of my life. Let's give this a really good stir and see what we've got. So a few things while I'm stirring this about the smells. I definitely got a whiff of a lot of spice when I was adding the powder. I'm going to hold off on saying what that spice was until I taste it and verify. That seasoning oil packet, I got a little bit of it on my fingers because I'm a slob, but it definitely smells like kind of a buttery garlic, but I know that this is vegan, so some sort of fake butter garlic oil. You can definitely see that it's oily as it hits the top, and that could be a very good thing because I love a good seasoning oil. So I think this is mixed up enough. Let's give this a taste. All right, so my taste buds haven't failed me. So let's talk about the noodle texture first, because this is a 59-cent pack of noodles, and you're probably all wondering, how are they? For 59 cents, really friggin' good. They're very thin, and they were very fragile in the package, which didn't actually give me a whole lot of hope as to what they'd turn out like. But they're very firm, have a nice chewiness to them. They're not bad at all. For 59 cents, I was really expecting garbage, but these are very good for the price range. Taking that into consideration for the grade for noodle texture, I'm going to have to give these a 7.5 out of 10. I generally like my noodles a little thicker, but for noodles this thin to hold up this well in boiling water is a triumph. Spiciness. Let's talk about how spicy this is. A little bit. You can still see some little bits of chili pepper floating in here from that red flake packet. I dumped the whole packet in. You can opt to not dump any of it in if you would like, and control the spice level, but I don't think this is very spicy at all. You know, it's a little tingle, but it's not bad. And I stirred it pretty well, so I don't think anything is settling. So I'm pretty comfortable giving this a 2.5 out of 10 on the spicy scale. It's just a little burn, nothing crazy, and you're free to discard the chili packet if you don't want to taste it. And so the flavor. I was correct. This is definitely a variant of the 5-spice soup that we were talking about before. I can taste it. It's in here. It's not super overpowering. And in fact, it's actually very, very complementary with all the rest of the stuff in here. That fake garlic butter that is in here is one of the predominant flavors. It's really good. I mean, if you like garlic. The broth has some little bits of green onion in here, and there is a little onioniness going on in the broth as well. And then behind all that is the 5-spice. So this is basically a spicy 5-spice garlic onion combo. And I'm guessing that artificial oil is in here to mimic the presence of rendered duck fat, hence the duck flavor. I've had duck, I haven't had duck soup. I can't say how close this is to real duck soup, but I can tell you that it's actually very, very good. If you like 5-spice, then you will like this. I like 5-spice in the quantity that it is in this broth, and I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. So there we go. The first noodle product from Mama has been reviewed. I'm happy to say that I like it very much. It is an excellent little package of noodles, a perfect snack size, and a perfect price for a snack size too. That's why I'm giving this an 8.5. If you come here with a very big appetite, you might need to make 2 of these, but otherwise I think this is a great product. Makes me look forward to trying other Mama products as well. Really good. How much you will like this comes down to how much you like garlic, onion, and 5-spice. If none of those things are particularly in your wheelhouse, maybe stay away from this. If you've never had 5-spice before, give this a try and see if you like it, because it is a pretty cool combination of spices in my opinion, and definitely worth trying at least once. We'll be trying other Mama brands in the future as soon as I get back to my Asian grocery store and buy some more. Until next time, I hope you will like and subscribe to continue on this noodle journey with me.